We're entering a new season. We're not quite there yet. We are still in summer. And I wanted to take some time to kind of interrupt my summer conversation series to talk a bit about the season's self-care app that I have created. And there are so many fun things that are being added to it this coming season, and I wanted to share with you what is already there for you. So today on the podcast, I wanted to share with you an episode that talks about how the app has been put together and what you can find in there that's going to help you uplift your self-care practices so you can go out and make the difference that you're meant to make in the world, in your business, and in your life in general. So enjoy the episode, and I'm so excited about one of my next summer conversations that is going to be airing next week. I have a couple left before we actually officially end off the summer season. Thank you so much for listening. It's been such a joy to have my guests on, and I hope that you will join me inside of the Season Self-Care app so you can keep the conversation going for yourself in your own life and actually measurably look at the way you're caring for yourself and making the impact that you're here to make in the world. Hi, welcome to the Connect with Sheila Botello podcast. I'm an entrepreneur, mom, self-care strategist, singer, mentor, and creator of the Seasons Self-Care app. I'm committed to helping you reconnect to your purpose, elevate your well-being, and build your version of a happy, successful life. Today's Q&A episode answers a question that has been raised on multiple occasions over the last 6 months as my app, the Seasons Self-Care app, has been in development. If you've been following me for a while, you'll know that I'm a self-care strategist. That means I meet women at the intersection of growing their business or career and feeling grounded and whole in their body. My mission is to help women make the unique impact they were born for in a way that honors their bodies, their schedules, and their worth. You are meant for more of the life that you truly want, and you don't have to burn out to get it. After close to 3 decades in the wellness space, I've seen healthy fads come and go. I've witnessed people with good intentions struggle and fade away as they try to continually keep pace with an ever-changing, never-ending cycle of growth by numbers that only robots were designed to keep up with. I've had my own dance with the expectations and demands when it comes to reaching the next title, being the good caregiver, soccer mom, and up-to-date citizen of the world. It's exhausting for all of us at some point. There can be a lot of joy found in action, to be sure, but few people boast about the rest that they get or the meandering stroll they had in nature. Our world is set up to be productive at all costs. So much so that many women I've encountered over the last decade struggle to do the basic things that enhance their health and well-being. The term self-care gets thrown around a lot, but as a luxury, when truly self-care is a necessity that allows you to show up at your full capacity. It really got me thinking, how can I help the women in my world tune in more deeply and consistently to their well-being? The last thing any of us want is more items to check off a box. If anything, I wanted to help women pare down their massive lists of to-dos to focus on the simple, most rejuvenating, foundational rituals that would enhance everything else. And it was only after noodling over this thought and all the Post-it notes that it generated that my friend said to me, "What you're talking about should be in an app. Sheila, you should have your own app." It was late winter 2022, and we were walking under the trees, as we often do. I got a gut hit and goosebumps all at once. Yes, this was it. I started asking questions. What is it that you would love to have the daily practice without needing to think about it? What's one thing that you keep wanting that feels so elusive? I looked around at many different ways of connecting, realizing that social media can actually be such a distraction to our wellness and to our best intentions, as fun as it can be sometimes. And I realized something more personal and direct would be more helpful. So I've had an email list for many years that I write to every single week. Actually, it's since May 2015 is when I started. And if you're not already receiving my weekly emails of encouragement and mindfulness and self-care, go sign up at the link in the show notes at sheilabatello.com/subscribe. And then as I thought about it, I realized emails could sometimes get buried. And while my audience is really good about opening them because they're looking forward to them, they would commit to reading them pretty much at the same time every week, but they may not look at their email every single day. And I wouldn't expect them to, really. So a daily reminder with something I thought would be more powerful came to mind. And then it dawned on me, hey, why don't I start a text list? This was before the app idea came along. So I did. I started a text list. I decided I would give it a try for 30 days just to see what the response was. And people loved it. Then I asked myself the question of how could my audience really measure the results by getting a text every day? And it was really limited what I could put in that text, the amount of characters, etc. And that is when I realized, while a text every day is really wonderful and, people would enjoy it, I really wanted a deeper level of accountability for them. And I knew that they would find that helpful based on what they were telling me. And then in conversation with a few friends, I realized that this app idea, it really was a good one. And like I mentioned, one of my friends offhandedly said, you need an app to share all of this. And a seed was planted. How does one create an app? I asked. And on with the Google search I went. It seemed very huge and daunting because, hey, I've created a website and I've kept it up to date and I've had help to update it over the years. And oh boy, the idea of an app seemed much bigger than anything I could take on. And yet the idea would not leave me alone. And then a week later, an app solution landed in my lap. I felt a kind of knowing that this was the solution for me. The idea grew over months with me still feeling like having my own app, really, it actually brought up feelings of me being an imposter, like, who am I to have an app? I'm not a techie. Like, what's going on over here? But still, I didn't give in to this. I really said, hey, I'm actually going to take this seriously. And I started to build it. And after months of moments barefoot and meditating in my backyard under the giant oak tree, all of the content I wanted to add at the start was downloaded to me. And by the fall, I had soft launched the web app version. And here we are in a shiny new year with our dreams in our hearts and the steps we can take to achieve them before us. And now the Seasons app is about to go live in the App Store. I've started the submission process a few times and then realized I wanted to shift things here and there. And so I realized, hey, I can do this on my own timeline, right? Like my whole purpose is all based on nature, our bodies, our inner knowing, our inner wisdom. So true to form and true to my message, the Seasons self-care app came together in a couple of seasons, truly. And, I may have had my ideas about how it should come together, but much like the journey of like birthing humans and trees blossoming and then flourishing and then losing their leaves and going into rest, the timing in our life is perfect. It is always set up in the best way and it feels so right. So, with the Season Self-Care app, there is now a way for you to infuse rituals and rhythms that sync with your cyclical rhythms, rituals that sync with the season of life that you're in, the season of business you're in, to support you in bringing your biggest dreams into reality, those big, bold dreams that you have. And there are ways also to work with me to keep you accountable to yourself. And there's also self-led options. So you get daily updates from me to honor your body and your schedule, putting your specific needs first. And in doing so, the vision for your life unfolds with more grounded energy and magnetism. You move forward with the knowing that you're moving from a place of authentic power that serves your dreams and those you care about. No longer are you putting your needs last. No longer are you having your dreams derail at the mercy of other people's schedules. And no longer are the people that you care about watching you go after your purpose and then keep letting yourself down. You're taking imperfect action with support. And if you choose, there's a community to walk alongside of you who are also going for the beautiful life of more that they desire. I'm so excited for this phase of my life and work, and I'm thrilled to be sharing it with you. This is just the beginning of the beautiful seasons journey we can take together. Making big moves feels so much more achievable when you're not going it alone. And this is why I created in the app the Seasons Collective, a place for you to step into the next phase of your life and business evolution in a community that places a high value on personal growth, connection, and making a positive impact in the world without burning out. It's for the woman who owns her worth and who wants to serve from a place of overflowing energy and well-being. Her impact is amplified by the way she nourishes herself, body, mind, and soul. To learn about how you can be part of this community and to learn about the other versions of the Seasons Self-Care app, you can go to the link in the show notes for the details. I would love to see you in there. Thank you so much for listening today. And if you enjoyed this episode, please leave me a review at Apple Podcasts and share it with a friend. It means so much that you listen to these episodes. And when you rate, review, or share them, it helps the message of connecting people to the life of more that they desire get into a wider range of people. I hope you have a beautiful week. Big blessings.